2020 and 2021 were not easy years by any stretch of the imagination. Let's face it, a lot of us were locked in our apartment, we were locked down, we were forced to stop doing a lot of the things that we love to do, and what that did and what it caused was a lot of time for self-reflection. And if you were anything like me, during that time of self-reflection, you found a lot of stuff you didn't like. A lot of areas of your life that you want to change, a lot of places that you wanted to go, and you figured that you weren't there yet. You probably found out that you didn't have the life you wanted. You probably found out that you didn't have the job you wanted. You probably found out that you didn't have the body you wanted. Hell, a lot of y'all skinny fat out here. Built like I eat tacos, but I also work out. Hell, I know you found out that you didn't have the girls you wanted in your life, and you also probably took a look in that bank account and saw that your finances really just didn't support what you was trying to do. And if you were like me, because I have been at those points a lot of times in my life, I'm talking rock bottom, you probably found yourself Googling, how do I get better? How do I change my life? How do I fix my life? How do I improve my life? And then boom, you were thrust into the world of self-improvement and gurus and all this stuff. And to be honest, all that information is super enlightening and super helpful, but it also can be really overwhelming. Not to mention, there are so many things that I would do differently if I could start over my self-improvement journey. Yes, that's right. I am making a video about how to step-by-step attack self-improvement so that you can get the most out of it. And trust me, if you watch this whole video, it's gonna save you a lot of time, effort, and heartache. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, you need to come into this with the mindset of this is a never-ending journey. Yes, you should be improving for the rest of your life. That means that there is no finish line, and making up unnecessary finish lines in places that you have to be in life is only gonna put unneeded stress on you, and you don't need that. You see, think of self-improvement like a journey. It's like a tool where you learn and where you grow. I want you to think of self-improvement kind of like a video game, like one of them RPG video games. When you first start out in life, you don't have any skills, you don't have any abilities, you're on level 0, you can't do nothing, you can't get the job you want, you can't get the girl you want. But slowly and surely, you start working on those things, you start working on yourself to get better, and you start leveling up. Then you can start defeating some of the bosses. Then you level up again, and you can move on to the next stage. See, self-improvement is all about overcoming those obstacles and slowly and surely getting better. So the quicker you can grasp that concept, the quicker you're gonna be okay with the small incremental changes that it's gonna take to change your life. Bro, I get it. She broke up with you, a girl curved you, something in your life happened, something bad happened, and all you wanna do is dive into every book, you wanna follow every self-help guru that there is. I get it, trust me, I've been there. But let me tell you something, you're gonna be the first person that's gonna end up being a sucker, because you're gonna spend all this money on these courses and all this stuff and all these materials that you really don't even need at this point. And to be honest with you, it's really not relevant to you at this point in your journey. What's gonna happen when you first hop into this journey is you're gonna get shiny object syndrome. Let's just keep it a buck. You're gonna start chasing everything and every technique. You're gonna be doing Amazon FBA, you're gonna be doing meditating, you're gonna be doing running, you're gonna be doing working out, you're gonna chase all this different stuff, but really that's not what you need at this particular moment in time. So I'm gonna recommend that you do a couple things. I'm gonna recommend that you actually take some time. Figure out what you want in life, figure out where you want to be in life, figure out who you want to be in life, figure out what goals that you have coming up in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. You need to take some time to figure those things out first. Then, and only then, once you have thought about that, it will get a little bit easier for you to choose a true path of self-improvement. It's going to make your journey a lot easier. Y'all don't get it, man. There is so much information out there. This is coming from a guy that's read over 600 books in the last 3 years. There's so much information out there, and if you try to absorb it all, you're not going to be effective at any of it. You need to only be absorbing the information that's relevant to your journey at this point in time. I'm also probably going to leave a link in the description to a free questionnaire that is going to help you guys start to figure out where you want to go in your life. Now, I can't promise that. I'm saying I'm going to leave you a link as soon as as I'm recording this video right now, but I don't know if I'll actually do it when it comes to typing those bios. Man, doing the bios on YouTube are really freaky annoying, and I hate it, but I might do it for you guys, but no promises. After you've reflected and you've taken some time to think and you still can't really come up with any goals, you need to start thinking of an overarching theme. And what I mean by that is, over the next 90 days, what is a general theme that you want to improve in your life? What is one theme that you want to improve over the next 90 days? Because the truth is, if you try to improve everything at once, you're going to get very small improvements on all of that. And you're not even going to be able to see noticeable improvement. So that's the point of picking one overarching theme that you're going to focus on. So what is it going to be? Are you looking to improve your career? You're looking to improve your health? You're looking to improve your mindset? A lot of y'all need some mindset help. Y'all really do. And the reason I ask this is because this is what you are going to be focusing on for the next 90 days. No questions asked. Now, before I get all that crying in the back,
oh, Glass, but this and Glass, what about that?
No, I'm not saying that you can't learn something else. I'm saying that you need to use the 80-20 principle when it comes to this. And what I mean by that is 80% of the time needs to be focused towards your overarching theme, your career, your health, your job. Needs to be focused towards that. The other 20% of your time, you can spend that doing what you want, learning what you want. If you want to learn how to underwater basket weave, go ahead, be my guest, but use 20% of the time to do that. After you figured out what you want to do, and I mean, pick some dreams, pick some goals, pick some things that you want to go after, I'm going to go ahead and interject myself here. And I'm going to highly recommend that this should be one of the first things that you focus on. And what I'm talking about is becoming more self-aware. In my opinion, this is the fundamentals of self-improvement. This is the building blocks of self-improvement. This is like the free throws of self-improvement. You know you need to learn how to do a right-handed or a left-handed layup and shoot some free throws before you ever get out there and start crossing people up. You need to learn the fundamentals, and you got to have the building blocks so you can be set up for success. The reason being, if you're not aware of the things that you're doing, if you're not aware of the way that you're thinking, the way that you're talking, the way that you're acting, if you're not aware of those things, then you can never change them. Let me say that one more time. If you're not aware of those things, then you can never change them. And if you're not aware of them, you won't change them. And if you don't change them, you don't change. I'm going to recommend that your self-awareness be built up like a muscle. And I'm going to recommend you do these things to build up that self-awareness muscle. You should be doing things like meditation. You should be reading about meditation. You should be journaling. You should be learning how to analyze yourself. You should be learning how to journal and reflect at the end of your days. These are all things that's going to help you build up that awareness muscle so you can help yourself, so you can catch yourself when you're in the middle of having a really negative thought streak, or you can catch yourself right before you say something that might mess up your career. You need to be aware of those things so you can stop those things before they happen. And by doing all this and by building that self-awareness muscle, you're finally going to be able to move your mind, body, and spirit in the direction that you want to go. I know, because I've been there, guys. I know how it feels to know that you want that goal. Yet everything that you're doing in your outside life is leading you away from that goal. It's the most frustrating feeling. It's called cognitive dissonance. You know you can be that person over there, but your actions aren't aligning with that. So what awareness is going to be able to do is help you to see and be aware of those things so you can align your actions with your goals and actually go in the direction of life that you want to. God damn, I'm preaching today. I really am. Now that you know what you want and you've been building up that awareness muscle, it's time to start absorbing information, and you're going to be absorbing information about your overarching theme. Y'all see how all this is tied together? Are you seeing it now? I want you to do some research. I want you to find out who is good at, who is putting out content or information about your overarching theme. I want you to find all those people, and I want you to just start guzzling that information. Just start absorbing that information. And I mean, really give yourself some time. Give yourself a couple weeks to get this information. I don't care if you get it from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, books, articles, blogs, however you got to get it, podcasts. Make sure you get the information and give yourself time to do that. Now, out of all the people you've watched and that you've learned from, not 1,000, do not pick 1,000 people. I swear to God, if you do that, woosah. Make sure that you only pick a few people, and I mean a few people that you resonate with, because we're going to go really deep on that information. We're going to go really deep on them. Pause. Wait. Never mind, we gonna go really deep on that information. The problem is too many people try to learn from too many gurus at once, and all that information conflicts, so you really never make any progress or improvement. If you haven't been able to tell by now, I am really big into progress and improvement, so I'm just giving you guys the best way to knock this out. So seriously, if you didn't hear me the first time, only select a few crucial people to listen to for the time being. And while we're talking about that, that leads me to my next point. Only absorb information that is relevant to you right now. Say it again. Only absorb information that is relevant to you right now, my guy. For instance, if you are struggling with setting goals and getting a vision, you should not be taking a course about how to have maximum productivity. Goals, vision, maximum productivity. Why are you taking this course if that is your goal? That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It is a waste of time, because if you take that course and you don't put it to practical use right then and there, you're not gonna retain it.
Oh, I get it. But I'm different, Glass. I will retain it.
No, you are not different. Unless you're like a super genius or something, you're not different. Trust me, I've already been there. I've taken more courses than you could ever imagine. And you know what? It was a waste of time. I took a Facebook ads course 2 years ago. Why? I hadn't even started a YouTube channel. I hadn't even started a business. Why? You know what? When I do get my business off the ground, I have no idea what the hell I took in that Facebook ads course. And I'm gonna have to take it again. I can't express to you guys how much time I've wasted on courses that I've taken that were not relevant to where I was at the time. Just learn from me. Don't make my mistakes. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. This one's tough because you're gonna get to opening those books. You're gonna get to reading those books. You're gonna get to reading those articles, listening to those podcasts, and you're not going to be able to unsee what you've seen. You're gonna start fixing yourself. You're gonna start improving. And the first, and I mean the very first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start looking around at your friends and family, being like, damn, why aren't they improving themselves? Why aren't they getting better? Why don't they want this? And then on top of that, you're gonna see that everything the book preaches against, you're gonna see that your friends and family do those exact things. So then you're probably gonna try to force information down their throats, or you're gonna be telling them where they're going wrong, what they're doing wrong, why they're not improving, what they should be doing to improve. And I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, nobody likes that guy. And the reason I can tell you that confidently is because I have been that guy. And I can tell you a lot of people have not liked me. But better than that is once you start to tell people these things and they don't do it, and you start to isolate yourself, you're going to start to feel alone. You're going to feel like you're the only person going on this journey and the only person that is improving themselves. But that's not the case. And I want to keep you away from that. My biggest thing is I want you to know that everybody has their own journey, man. Don't try to force your journey on someone else. What you need to do is just focus on your own growth and then let people see that growth in your life. If you're really growing and improving, you don't have to tell anyone. They're going to see those improvements in your life, and you know what's going to happen? They're going to get motivated. They're going to get inspired to follow you. And then you won't have to feel bad when they don't follow you just based off what you tell them. Stop telling people what you're going to do and what they should do. Just show them. But trust me when I say that this journey can get lonely, guys, and you do not want to make it more lonely for yourself. So in short, keep your friends, unless there's just somebody who's blatantly doing things that just are not in alignment with your goals. Then at that point you need to cut. But you need to keep your core friends. As a matter of fact, you need to allocate time to growing those core relationships. And lastly, you need to remember that everybody is on their own journey. Okay, now that I'm finishing the video, I realize there's way more things that I could give you guys in a full guide to self-improvement. But you know what? That just gives me an excuse to make part 2. So that's what we're going to do. There's going to be a part 2 coming soon. But anyway, guys, as always, if you found value in this video, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, join the gang. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Your boy Glasses out. Peace.